it's Monday morning and it's time for us to do phonics. Hi everybody, welcome back. Today's Tricky Word Day. Tricky Word Day, yippee. You're right, Rex, it's really exciting. Let's see what these super kids can do. Miss Coleman, can you put up the tricky words we know? Okay, Kathy. Well, today, children, it's going to be a little bit different. You will see there are 3 videos that have got tricky words in them. You can choose which one that you'd like to do, but you can do them all if you want to. Let's see if you can challenge yourself and see how many words that you can read. If you haven't looked at those videos, you need to make sure that you have. So pause the video now and have a go, okay? Phew! There were a lot of words there. Here are some new tricky words. Right, we're going to have a look at some new tricky words. Do you know what this one says? Brilliant. It says child. Did you spot something that's a little bit tricky in that word? That's right. The I says I in child. Let's have a look at the next one. Have a go at sounding that one out. Brilliant. This word says wild. Did you notice something tricky in that one? Yeah. Well done if you spotted it. The I says I in that word. Those 2 words were the same, weren't they? In the sense that the I says I. Child, wild. Let's have a look at the next one. Can you read that one? Brilliant. That says climb. Now this one's a little bit tricky because it's got that that we've done recently with the M and the B together. But did you spot that the I says I in this word? Let's go back and read those again. Child, wild, climb. We're going to look at these today. Great thinking. Can you find the tricky words hidden near other words? Okay, pause the video now. See if you can find our words mixed in with other words. Pause the video. Great. You should have found those now. Did you spot climb, child, and wild? If you did, well done. Super. Can you find one of the tricky words in this sentence? Right, I want you to pause the video and have a go at reading this sentence. Think about what it says and also see if you can find some of the tricky words. Great, you should have paused the video and read that one. I'm going to read it now, so have a listen and see if you can spot them if you didn't manage to find them all. As quick as lightning, the wild child got up, walked over to the sofa and began to climb onto it. So, as quick as lightning, did you notice that was a simile? We've learnt about those. As quick as lightning, that just means really fast. The wild child got up. So wild child means they're a little bit boisterous. That means they run around a lot and they go a little bit crazy. So the wild child got up, they stood up, walked over to the sofa. That's pretty easy to understand. We can walk over to the sofa and began to climb onto it. So they're climbing up onto the sofa. I'm thinking, I wonder what's going to happen next. Did you spot wild? Did you spot child? And did you spot climb? Well done if you did. Well done. I knew you could do it. Now you can highlight as many of our new tricky words as you can. You'll find the sheet on the website. You can find as many words as you possibly can of our tricky words that we're looking at and pause the video now. Great job. You should have done that now, guys. So let's see what we're doing next. Fabulous. You do remember our tricky words for this week. Right, let's have a look. What were they? That's right. Child. What was this one? Brilliant. Wild. And what was this one? Excellent. Climb. Fabulous. Now let's build the words. Okay, so we're going to have a go at this first one here. It's got a D, an I, a W, an Now, this one is wild. What's the first letter in the word wild? Excellent. It's woo. Okay, and next of all, what's the next letter? That's right, it's the I. But in this word, the I says sounds like I. So ooh, I. What's the next sound? Brilliant, it's ooh. And the final sound? D. Well done. D. Wild. Okay, we're going to have a look at this one next when the little arrow's pointing. This one says child. So what's going to go first? Brilliant. It's ch, isn't it? And that's going to be two letters, which is k and the h. So that's ch. What's the next sound in this word? Absolutely right. It's the I. And that sounds like I in this word. So ch, I. And next we're going to put in the sound. That's right. Ooh. Last of all, we can see it's d. So let's read that one then. Ch, I, d. Child. Okay, and the last one we're going to look at is climb. Let's have a look at this one. What's going to go first in climb? Yep, you're right, it's a k. And the next sound? Brilliant, it's ooh. And the next one? Well, it is the letter I, but we say it as, yep, I in this word. And your last one is the sound, that's right, and it's made of two letters in this word, the M and the B. Well done, everyone. That was super. So we've got wild, I-d, wild. We've got child, ch-I-d, child. And we've got climb, k-I-m. Great. Now you are ready to rainbow write the words lots of times. Then write a sentence with the words in. Try to use a time adverb or time phrase in one of your sentences. For example, last week, yesterday, when he had finished. Okay. So we've got to use one of the words in a sentence. So we could use climb. We could use child. Or we could use wild. Now, I think I'm going to decide to use the word wild. And Rex wants us to use a time adverb or a time phrase. I think I'm going to use last week. And I want to talk about wild. And wild is somewhere, it can be to describe someone's behaviour. They might be a bit wild. It means they're a bit crazy. They do strange things a little bit. They've got lots of energy and they run around a lot. And they do things that we don't expect them to do. But also, wild means somewhere where there has not been much human influence, and this is quite tricky to understand. So this means I'm going to somewhere where there's not a city, it's in the countryside, and there's not many fields, and it's a place where it's really difficult to survive as a human, so you have to be extra tough. So sometimes people might go up into mountains and go walking in mountains. So I'm going to say last week, I'm going to write my sentence. Last week, so I'm starting with my time adverb. Last week. I'm going to try my best handwriting. It's very tricky on here. Last week. Now I've put my time adverb. What do I need to put next? You're right, a comma. It's going down there. Ooh. Last week I went walking in the wild mountain. To the wild mountains. I went walking. ing. Walking's quite tricky. The or sound is an A and an L in that. Forgot a word. I went. Had to read my sentence again to check it. I went walking in the wild. Now I've got to remember how to spell wild. Whoop. And then it's got the it as an I. And then d. Wild. I went walking in the wild mountains. Ooh. I could have said last week my brother went wild and ran around the house like a crazy person. Mountains. Mountains is mountains. It's a bit of a tricky one, that one. Okay, and mustn't forget my full stop. Okay, now it's your turn. See if you can have a go. See if you can rainbow write the words and then have a go at writing some sentences about we're using each of the tricky words. Pause the video now and have a go at that. Great, you should have done that, everybody. See you tomorrow. Have fun. Bye.